Today we're going to remove and disassemble and reassemble the popular Dura faucet. Get some white vinegar ready to attack any mold you come across. Generic 6-inch hex bit extension. Automatic self-adjusting pliers, any brand. It's going to squeeze down just enough to grab it, but it's not going to crack it. There's not a lot of room, and the automatic nature of it just lets you keep going like this, moving just like a 1/4 inch and snug it up. This video is not going to be a step-by-step because there's a lot of makes and models, but they're all very similar. The biggest challenge really is going to be accessing the pipes in the wall. Some RVs have a vent outside of the RV, others go through a little panel like this, and others are behind a refrigerator. My problem was water drizzling from here while the shower was running. A leak from here, but I think the actual problem is there's that second hole, and I sealed it up when I took the part off. I believe there's a little component missing. This has a little groove here, so I think that was missing, and that's why water was coming out. Some RVs have an access panel. In this case, this is the panel. You take this, take that wood out, 4 screws, and then I just kind of pry to get it to lift up. I took a razor blade and gently put it in here to pop the cap off. With this thing here, this is just a sleeve that's going to come off like that, and then this just screws into there. We can see the threads. I'm going to show all of the parts disassembled shortly. So if you want to do maintenance or inspect things or replace the entire unit, you know how everything goes together. The 2 white ends actually push into the black piece, and the black piece contains a couple of O-rings, one on each side. Make sure when you're reassembling things that you're paying attention to the alignment of the parts. The black part in the center was actually angled the wrong way from the factory. Okay, you can see this has threads right here, and so I turned it to unscrew it, and I lubed up the O-ring with this common faucet and valve grease available at Home Depot. Here, the way these work, you see this here, you don't put tape on these threads because this is a compression fitting. So this part here has the thing that goes in here, and with pressure the seal is made inside of here, right? It's not made on the thread. Now you don't want to forget your ring, you can see that. So well, this is just going to unscrew the normal way when you take it off, and this is a captured nut, so come off. Now as far as tightness, when you tighten these, you're going to feel them bottom out, and once you feel that there's extra resistance, you've gone all the way, and you don't want to over tighten. Make sure your outer rings here are snug. When you start these, don't tighten the rings. Make sure these outer rings are loose so this can move around, so that this starts to thread correctly. You don't want to cross thread it and damage it. I put silicone on the threads because it makes it easier to turn. Okay. That's it. Here, no leaks, right? See that? Everything perfectly dry now. But all that work was just because that little insert was missing. But it was a good chance to just go through everything. Back here, there is water from before, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feel under here with my finger like that, dry and dry. I'm going to shoot white vinegar in here because there's a little bit of an odor. There's the little handle, right? And you know, I don't think you need the screws. I don't see this ever just coming out on its own. All right, there you go. Label just lets people know alignment, so the screws will line up with the holes if that matters. All right, date of service on the back, just so a person knows, okay, person was in here. So now it's very easy. Just take this, all right, just take that, like that. Of course, you could use something that looks better and takes up less room, like a plastic pipe hanger strap or metal, available at your local big box store. Also, the fit was tight. So before I put it back in, I sanded the edges down so it's not quite so snug. After I got rid of the leak, I jumped online to look at other RV situations and what kind of solutions they came up with, and I came across this really good video. Let me know in the comments if you have an RV or you've seen any RVs where they install this line upside down like this in the picture. I really like the design of this being accessible with the 4 screws right from the front. Really important when winterizing to remove water from the lines to prevent freezing.
And as you can see, there's water inside here that was leaking right out from under a crack. I don't know if it was freeze damage or just over time this cracked right here, and this was filling this up with water and running back down into the wall.
Thanks for watching, and good luck with your project.